Hello and welcome to Winter Beers. We're looking at any beer brewed for wintertime. Not a beer that you want to drink during winter, but beers that are brewed specifically for the winter season. And I have a beer called Winter Bock, obviously brewed for winter lager. Not brewed during winter, but brewed for winter. It's got two shades of kind of aqua green, light green, dark green, and a red castle. But it's not brewed in the castle. It's brewed in Michigan at Founders Brewing. 6% alcohol. Bought this in the fall winter variety pack. And I got a pretty good deal on this beer. You know, I didn't get a great discount. It's just I thought it was a fair price. So we've got a thin beige head and a reddish brown appearance. This will be similar to like Samuel Smith's Winter Warmer, although I know that's an ale. Harpoon's Winter Warmer. Samuel Adams Winter Lager, probably more, but this one doesn't have the spices like the Winter Lager. Now 72-degree Claude is coming in. Hello, Claude.
Hello there.
Hi.
How you been?
I'm fine, Claude. Did you have the guts to bring a winter beer?
I got a very famous brewery that makes the Russian River Brewery.
Oh, boy.
Pliny the Elder, Blind Pig. They make really very upscale beer. And I asked the guy in my favorite little liquor store, and he said this is as close to a winter beer, an Imperial Porter. Shadow of a Doubt. Guess the alcohol of this.
11.5.
9 point, I think it's a 9.6. That's pretty high for my taste buds. But excuse me, 9.90. So does this qualify?
Well, we're going to investigate that.
No, 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 thank you.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're asking me. I don't know the answer, but we'll investigate it.
Regardless, I think it's going to be a great beer. I've never had it. It's nothing like trying a new beer from one of your favorite breweries. This is a brilliant. You've been to their webpage before. It's
maybe once. Yeah.
Yeah. It's they have a limited selection. They don't make the flavor of the week kind of beer, but what they make is excellent, and it's a night and it's hard to find sometimes Russian River brews. Pliny the Elder usually,
especially if you live in Louisiana.
Yeah. Pliny the Elder, I have seen it for as much as $13 here in San Diego. I can get it for $6.99, which is what this ran me. Usually in stores, a lot of the Russian River brews, they're singles. They have a little sign, 2 per customer.
Okay, so they have a limit.
Wow, is this a dark beer? Woohoo!
All right, we're going to go and show each person, and other people will probably join. So I poured mine. It's like a reddish brown. This is from Michigan. Claude's is dark brown, I guess.
Oh God, yes, it's from
California.
It's from Santa Rosa and Sonoma County, California. Look at this. This is a chocolate milkshake if I ever saw one.
Much darker than chocolate milkshake.
Oh, yeah. Silly question of the day. What's the difference between a stout and a porter?
Well, back in that 300 years ago, they used to give these dark ales to these guys working at the docks. And they would haul goods from the ships to the warehouses, and they were called porters. The men working were called porters.
Mm-hmm.
and they would give them a low alcohol ale to keep them sustained during the day. Not something to knock them out, but something to keep them going. 3 or 4% alcohol, and they gave that beer to those guys, and the ale became known as porter, given to the porters. But then they had an idea later on to make a stronger version of it. They called it a stout porter.
Got it.
So it's sort of like the difference between strong and stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We're gonna do some screen sharing. So we'll show the websites, and then when other people join, if you join and you're waiting, just wait. We're gonna add you. Don't be impatient.
Oh, the smell of this is fantastic.
So here's the fall winter variety pack. They had a blonde roast, which was a beer made with coffee, oatmeal stout, vanilla porter with vanilla extract, and the Winterbock. So you had 3 ales and 1 lager. I don't know what variety pack they're going to come out with for spring, but I would assume they're going to have one. That's all they say about it. They're all pretty moderate alcohol, 5.5 up to 6. So if you're a raging alcoholic and you have high alcohol, yeah, you might want to skip this pack because it's not going to give you what you want. But if you like intricate flavors and you're calm and you want to take your time, this could really work. Now, Shadow of a Doubt, Claude might want to read that to the audience.
Shadow of a Doubt, as a homage to a local film noir. This beer is, what is that, a Hitchcock film or something? Named after one of our favorite Alfred Hitchcock thrillers, Shadow of a Doubt, which was filmed mostly on location in Santa Rosa in 1943. Shadow of a Doubt is an imperial porter with rich notes of chocolate, tobacco. I don't get that. I don't smoke, so I don't know. Raisins and spice. Why would you want tobacco in your beer?
Do you chew tobacco?
No.
Do you put it between your lip and gum and suck on it?
No. Smoking never attracted me in any way.
Okay, so this is an imperial porter, basically a fancy way of saying a stout porter, but some people get excited about that. Bottles and draft, limited release, 9.9, raisins. I've never seen this in Louisiana. Obviously, I've never seen any of their beers. So
scroll up there. You got there's Pliny the Elder, probably one of the true great beers of all time. It's right there. Pliny the Elder is in my top 5 of all really great beers.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Little on the pricey side, but once in a while you deserve it. That Blind Pig IPA is also excellent. I'm not sure if I had the Happy Hops IPA. That's their other third leading. I don't know if I've ever had that one. I bet it's good, though.
So we don't know when exactly this Shadow of a Doubt is released, but it's limited release. Let's see if we can find on a Google search Shadow of a Doubt release date.
Yeah,
that should help us. 1943. Talking about the movie.
This was bottled on the December 31st, so it's fresh.
That is fresh. Imperial Porter release date. October 4th at pub locations. That's probably draft. So yeah, it's fall, winter. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see. You want to see what they scored on Beer Advocate?
Yeah, I think they like this brewery because it's pricey, it's trendy. They probably gave it a good score.
9.2. Let's see what they score all their beers. Ratings. Average rating. So they got some really high rated beers down here. I didn't know Russian River made this many beers. Now Pliny the Elder gets a 100 out of 100.
Yeah, it's.
And I agree with that. I had that beer one time and I thought, this thing is a pinnacle. And every IPA I had since is a joke, compared to that.
Yeah. It's consistent too. I've had it many a time. It's never let me down,
I had it once. Thank you for the person that gave it to me.
I like the one comment from Tommy Carroll in there. He refers to the new Gulf of America, renamed the Gulf of America.
Right.
I love that, Tommy. Thank you.
My grandmother and grandfather used to own a home in Grand Isle, Louisiana, which is on the Gulf of America. And well, cheers to the winter of 2025. And I will try to visit the new American territory of the Panama Canal soon, and the 51st state of Canada. I haven't been there, and I haven't been to the Dominion.
Oh, and New Greenland Greenland is we're buying it from Denmark.
New territory of Greenland. That's right. I haven't been there. I've never been to Greenland, but I hate cold weather, so maybe I'll just look at photos.
Yeah. And,
but
Trump told Trudeau that after we annex Canada, he won't be the prime minister anymore, but he will be a governor of the 51st state.
I like a president who likes to put people on, give them a hard time and.
But Ron, they take him so literally,
But there's a need for comedy. There's a need for wry comedy in politics, and we're going to get a lot of that in the next 4 years, but or longer. But
oh yeah, it will be eventful.
But anyway, you can't say it's unprecedented because the United States actually bought a territory from Denmark 108 years ago. People may have heard of the U.S. Virgin Islands, which is a Danish territory, which they sold to us for 17 million.
Hey, we landed in Greenland in the early days. We were one of the people who landed in Greenland. We also kicked the Nazis out of Greenland.
There was a German scientific exploration party that got captured in Greenland in 1940 or 41. They said, "What are you doing out here?" "Oh, just exploring." They said, "Really? At this time of history? Yeah, we just like to do a lot of exploration." They said, "Well, you'll be under quarantine for a while."
I never understood why Jimmy Carter gave Panama back to Panama. We built it. We paid for it. Wouldn't have been there if not for a lot of Americans died building that. And he just gave it back to them. And now both ends of the canal are being controlled by the Red Chinese.
I know that was a very controversial thing that happened, and it was signed in 1979. Actually, they didn't turn it over till 1999, but it was had a lot of people angry. I remember as a child when we learned about the American states and territories, the Panama Canal Zone was one of the U.S. territories. And according to the new guy coming in, it might be again. But anyway, enough jocularity aside. The Winter Bock. I don't think you've had this, Claude.
No, but it looks good. It looks good.
It's got a castle, and we all know that nothing says castles like Michigan. And, I'll just let you know I did finish reading both books that you sent me. Thank you.
Working on a new one.
Oh, thank you. I wrote a book. I wrote a couple of books.
Oh, where do I get them?
They're not they're not really published, but
oh, put them on Amazon or something.
One was called The Last Night of J. Edgar Hoover.
A novel?
Yes, a historic, but it was all based on facts. It was like it was fiction in name only. It was like really not fiction, but
What dress was he wearing on his last night?
you know, it's funny that you say that because the person that said that J. Edgar Hoover dressed like a woman, she said that he dressed like a woman at a fancy dress party. You know, like a what do they call those?
Masquerade?
That's what it's called, a masquerade party. So if
Um,
you dressed like a woman at a masquerade party, that wouldn't really mean anything. And
no.
the woman who said that was the wife of a convicted mafia boss. So maybe that wasn't the best source of information. She might have an axe to grind, but
Probably JFK's girlfriend.
that was an interesting book that I wrote, and then I wrote a one called the Right Wing Guide to Politics. But something like that. I can't remember the title. It was like a question and answer, but it was. I need to polish it up, but it's not about selling. But I when I was reading the two books about sales, I was thinking to myself, I said, this is the way I always thought, you know, like this is my kind of thinking because I was only involved in sales from the consumer side, and I never liked that traditional method, to say the least. But anyway,
I am enjoying this. This is, and I'm going to surprise you, Ron. This is a smoky porter, but it's not overwhelming. It's subtle. Definite chocolate coming through. Coffee, chocolate. It's got a wonderful mouthfeel to it. It's not a thin beer. This is a thick beer.
well, wait, but would you say it's heavy bodied or medium bodied?
I would say it's heavy bodied.
Really, for a porter? Okay.
Yeah, this is. I mean, let me be fair here. The last beer I had was last night, and it was a Miller High Life. Okay,
Okay.
so, but this, I drink Hams, Miller High Life, Rolling Rock. I love Coors, and those are good old-fashioned thin American lagers that I love.
Yes, and I drank one of those today after work. I drank natural ice, which is pretty low calories. So
Sure.
but compared to these things, these bombastic items.
I'll tell you, you're drinking this. You're drinking something special. It's not something you'd want to drink more than one bottle or more than. You wouldn't want to make it a regular drink. Okay,
No.
It's a special drink. It's unique. You got to be in the mood. This would be great on your Sunday morning broadcast.
Do you think if you drank it every day that the law of diminishing returns would apply?
Yeah, and unintended consequences too.
At 9.9.
Yeah, the alcohol does. I'll tell you. It's higher than a regular lager or anything else, but it's not over. It's you're not getting the burn. It's very hidden, the alcohol in this,
Which is dangerous.
which is yeah, I agree. The smell. I mean, this is one of those beers the coffee, the chocolate, a little bit of vanilla coming through. Great mouthfeel. I mean, it's a sipping beer. It's fantastic. This is a great beer. The Russian River never lets you down.
Oh yeah, they're one of the really old classic craft beer companies, and they never change. They never do the trends, which is probably why they're still around.
This is heavy, and the smoke is in there. I'm not a big fan of smoke flavor, guys.
I know I reference you all the time, if you don't mind, when I do mezcals, and I'll say Claude would say ...
I Johnny Walker Red, mezcal. I don't like that smoke. It's this is all subjective.
But But Claude, come on. I've got so many mezcal bottles in this house that have no smoke whatsoever. It's like you would drink these and you would think you're drinking tequila. You know,
Okay.
there's
Okay. Then you have to name me a few, and I'll try one.
oh, I got the Oyo. Well, Oyo de Tigre does have a little smoke. The Trader Joe's mezcal Espadin. It's called Espada Pequeña. That doesn't have a lot of smoke. But the well, I have to talk to you off air, but there's a lot of mezcals that don't have a lot of smoke. There's a few that have smoke, but I would say the majority don't. But you might have tried some with
Yeah.
that. Cheers, beer man. Join us with a winter beer if you want to join the hangout with a winter beer.
To me, give me a good tequila, Casamigos. There's no smoke. It's clean tasting. It's got a sweetness to it. Oh, I saw a tequila today. It said nothing about agave. It was 1995 in my little favorite mom and pop tequila. They must have hundreds of bottles of tequila in this little store. And they had a tequila. I'm dying to buy it, but it said that it was tequila and sugar cane.
A mixto.
Distilled from sugar cane. So that technically is a mixto, isn't it?
Now you see it might not be a true tequila because if they went 50-50,
Mm-hmm.
that would violate the tequila law. So it would just be a tequila sugarcane mixed liquor. But if they went 51% agave and 49% sugarcane, it would be a tequila. So it depends on how they want to construct it, because you can do anything you want. You just got to label it correctly. That's the issue. If you want to do anything you want, just have to label it correctly.
Yeah, you got to read those labels. And this one did not say 100% agave on it.
Oh, wow. Now if it's got sugarcane in it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm always curious about different things, but I hate buying something that I might not like. And what am I?
Well, you might like it if it's low price. You might like it, but anyway, we'll get back to that.
This is a joy.
I can believe that. Well, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to you for the score. I'm going to give my score. So this thing is really good. I doubt if anybody looks for it now, they'll find it, because you see, the thing about these seasonal beers, if you try to find a winter beer during wintertime, you're not going to find it. You got to find a winter beer in fall. You got to find a spring beer during winter. You have to find a summer beer during spring and so forth, because they always introduce them very early. Now, on the other hand, there are some carnival beers on the market in Louisiana, probably nowhere else. But in Louisiana, I saw 3 different carnival beers today. And this is winter, and they hit the market today. There's the Abita Mardi Gras Bock. There's one from Urban South called it's called like Mardi Gras Pilsner or something. So, but I mean, they're out there. But if you don't live around New Orleans, well, yeah, you're not going to see them. But hello, Ron. Ron is in New England, and he lives in Massachusetts.
Is it that high?
He has his own video channel, and he is a Vietnam War veteran.
We salute you.
And he made a video about, they showed a photo montage of all his experiences over there. Oh, yeah, all those fires. Horrible.
Yeah. Man. My daughter is up there in South Pasadena, and she's got, the car all packed and ready. They've had a lot of 30,000 people have been evacuated already up there.
It's terrible, Now, Johnny Millie, if you got a winter beer and you want to join on in. Now, I'm going to give this a high score. I like this thing. It has like a you know what flavor it has? It has almost like a peated Scotch ale flavor. Now they don't make any claim to that.
Okay.
But it has like peated malt, but I don't think it does. But it seems to have that. I think it's a very interesting beer. I was only able to get 3 cans. If I see it next year, well, meaning this year, fall of 2025, I would definitely buy that pack again. Absolutely. If I see it, I'm buying it. Assuming the price is fair like it was last year. I'm not going to pay exorbitant amounts. But I think this is a great beer. And if you see it, and I have not seen many video reviews, I saw 2, maybe 3 video reviews, so it's not really that common, which I thought I would see 50 video reviews. But I don't know. I can't figure out what's going on with founders these days. But yeah, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think it's fabulous. Now, unfortunately, David couldn't join us tonight because of scheduling. He's got something to do, but that happens. Next week, I'm going to have something to do. But yeah, 9.5, a most excellent beer. Claude, I think you'd love this beer. It's not too heavy. It's not too strong. It's just like perfect. Although I guess if it was perfect, it would be a 100. But yeah, it's really enjoyable. Now, Claude's going to show us a much better product than what I have tonight. Of course, more pricier also.
$6.99, and I got to tell you something. It's not the sort of thing you drink every night. You maybe not even once a month, but it's special. It's delicious. It's from one of my favorite brewing companies. You have a good week, you're celebrating something, and you feel like spending $7 to $13 for one bottle of beer. This is it. Heavy on the alcohol, 9.9. 1 pint, 1.25 fluid ounces. It comes from Santa Rosa, California, Russian River. You could just smell this beer. It's so good. Just the smell, the coffee, the chocolate definitely coming through. You can really tell they put a lot of love in this drink. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a dessert drink? When would you drink this, Ron, besides 4 o'clock in the afternoon in California?
Well, I would drink it. That's a hard question to answer because I do a lot of video reviews at like 8 o'clock in the morning because I wake up so early. I mean, optimally, I would drink it in the afternoon, like around 2 in the afternoon, and think about it, sit on it. Well, what's John and Illy, and then when
Ooh, look who's in the building.
Yeah. John and Bumpy.
Hi,
John
guys.
and Illy and Bumpy isms. Do y'all have any winter beers?
We might.
Okay, but wait. Before you guys do your presentation, Claude is going to give his score for the exceptional, legendary, which we can't get.
I'm giving it a
Russian River.
I'll give this a 95. It's special. It's a unique drink. It's a well-made, well-balanced drink. It's a sipping beer. I don't think I'm going to try to find a cork. I can't finish this beer. Things I'll never say again. Okay, this is a strong beer. It's almost 10%. It's a heavy beer. It's full flavored of chocolate and coffee and a little smoke. I mean, it's
but you're not going to waste it. You're not going to waste it.
Oh, never. That's a sin.
So without a shadow of a doubt, you're saying this is most excellent.
It's an excellent beer, but it's not. This is not a guzzling beer. This is not your 4th of July and a hot summer day beer. This is a nice cold winter night with the fireplace going and a little.
Oh yeah, those are so good. Now, Claude, if you hold on, we'll come back to you in a little bit and we'll do some any promos or show and tells. But we got these ex-Alabama, Georgia people and New England native viewers.
Sorry. Hello.
Celebrities in the building.
Yeah, not really, but Thank you, Claude.
Well,
So
So
Yeah, we
so we're bringing. So I'm considering this a winter beer because it comes out after Thanksgiving
okay.
every year. They put out a bunch of different variants. It's much like the Goose Island. It's an imperial stout.
Look at that
Called
fancy
the
label.
Mitts, and it does have the wax top, which already took the top off.
which has a
A cat paw, on it,
cap on.
which John thought was a dog paw. And I said no, cat paws and dog paws are totally different. This is the first year that they've had this one come out. This is a double barrel aged imperial stout. It's vintage 2024. It's aged for 30 months in 2 different barrels. Starts off in a I think it's a bourbon barrel. It might be a whiskey barrel. It's either bourbon barrel aged, and then they finish it in rum barrel. And the ABV on it is 15.9%.
Only, only that.
That's it.
So I would
Oh,
say that's a winter beer, right?
I mean,
That's a beer you take on a first date.
So
Oh, Claude, no,
John-
because you're gonna be in. No, Claude, because you're gonna be in court a lot. All right.
I didn't say she was under 21, did I?
Well, I said civil court. I didn't say criminal court. All right, 15.9. So 15.9 from a company called Littletown Brews, right?
It's called 603 Brewery is the brewery.
they're out of. Did we already say Londonderry, New Hampshire?
Oh, let me update that. Look at this. 603 Brews.
There's your pour. It's jet black. Bumpy's got a head. I don't have a head, but he does.
I've had this one.
I've
John,
had it,
John
right?
has not had this
I
one.
have not had this one.
You've had a different mitts.
Oh,
So they have different variants.
okay.
This is the first year for this one. Highest ABV they've ever done.
Yeah, and it smells like it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it smells good, but it smells boozy.
It smells like a bourbon and rum.
It's like somebody was, like Guinness was making their stout, whatever. Some guy was walking by the tank with a bottle of bourbon and just like fell over into the. I mean, that's.
All right. So what? Okay. So let me get this. Let me get this on my lineup here. It's called the Mitts Double Barrel Aged Imperial Stout 2024. Okay.
Ooh.
There you go. Yeah.
Ooh.
The metallic label, so it's very hard to like get a good view on
And the brewery is 603 Brewery.
They are right there. There's the logo for the brewery. 603 Brew. What does it say? Brewery. Oh, it says brewery. Vintage 2024.
And this is coming at 15.9, right?
15 point.
15.9.
Yeah. Oh, can't get that in Georgia.
Nope. Good thing I don't live there anymore.
Oh, now we don't want to say too many bad things about
Well, I
Georgia.
like Georgia. Yeah, except for their alcohol.
15.9%.
So I just didn't like their alcohol laws. All right,
I
so
like alcohol.
give us a rundown on this, and I'll try to find the website for it.
Okay. So
They have a stupid story on the back of every one of the bottle when the mitts comes out. I believe they just have a regular mitts too, where it's just their imperial stout, and it's about this stupid cat that was raised. It was a barn cat, and yada yada yada, and
$18. Woo.
all right. So very, very boozy and barrel forward on the nose.
yep,
Getting some
Little-
like caramel, vanilla,
little raisins, some dark fruit,
dark fruit.
But you can smell like the bourbon and rum.
Yeah,
A
a little
bit.
sweetness from the rum. There it is. There's the brewery.
Wow.
A little
comes in
cola
cans.
note. I was picking that up with one of the beers we had earlier. You
Yeah.
kind of detect a little bit of like a cola note. God, it's windy out there, isn't it?
Very windy. Their Scenic IPA is very nice too. That's a session IPA that it drinks like a regular.
Dark roasted malt. Yeah, dark fruit, dark roasted malt, maybe even a touch of tobacco, which is complementary to the dark fruit. The barrel is definitely present. It does smell boozy though. When you
It is
at
boozy.
15.9%, you take a deep inhalation of the beer, it almost like burns your nostrils.
Cheers.
It really does.
I'm super excited for
Cheers.
John to try this because I've already had it, like I said.
Ooh, that's good. Not quite as boozy on the palate as I thought it was going to be based off of the aromas and that singeing of the nostril hairs. The dark roasted malt is really nice. And you get a little of the vanilla, a little bit, which not that they add vanilla, but like vanilla from the barrels, from the oak.
Can I interrupt? I can't seem to find this on their website. This is strange,
This is the first time they released it because it's been aging for 2 years.
Oh, so
And it was about 2 years ago that they started, like 2 or 3 years ago, they started the whole mitts thing.
yeah, 30 months. Yeah, 30 months.
So
Okay, well, there's the reason. Well,
I'm surprised they don't have the mitts though, because that's a regular, like just a regular mitts.
no, they put it out. It only comes out every year, just like Bourbon County.
Oh,
okay.
Really nice. Yeah. Roasty, toasty, little sweet vanilla, dark fruit. The barrel presence is coming through. It's not quite as boozy on the palate as I was expecting based off of the aromas, but it is warming going down. Low carbonation, high medium to, I wouldn't say it's quite heavy. It's not like syrupy, viscous.
No, it's not syrupy. It's like a medium body.
Medium body. I like it. I like it a lot. Double barrel. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, you can talk now. I feel like
I think that, I think you do get a little bit of the rum action, maybe a little bit more than the bourbon for the most part. Maybe the vanilla that John speaks of, more from the bourbon barrel aging. But I do think the rum kind of showcases a little bit of a molassesy type profile to the
a little sweeter from that rum barrel aging. That's interesting.
We've had some heavy hitters tonight, so
No, you're lying.
this is another heavy hitter.
It's good.
Yeah.
Thank you for this. I think we poured all of it. I don't know, maybe not.
All right. Well, we're not going to hold you up because we already did our score. So
I know. Yeah, we didn't want to hold. We just wanted to come in and show our support, give you a quick rundown of this beer. And
how would you score it? Yeah, how would you score the mitts?
So I did this already on John's channel, and my score would remain the same. I'd put it low end excellent, which would out of my 50-point scoring would put it in the like 46 range, 46, 47. So if you double that up, looking at about a 92 to a 93 out of 100.
So A minus.
I really like this. I'm a sucker for a good barrel-aged beer. It is slightly boozy, but it's like the best. This is the type of boozy you want in a beer. For me, this is going to be a little bit higher. I'm going to go 97 out of 100.
Is it smoky?
No, it's not smoke. We did have a smoky beer earlier, but this one is it's dark chocolate from the roasted malt, not quite into coffee. There's no astringency from the roasted malt. Maybe some caramel notes in there as well. But the star of the show is the double barrel aging, the oakiness, the vanilla, the
molasses.
dark, a little bit of dark fruit, the molasses from the rum barrel. It's not smoky, but it's very, very robust.
It does kind of finish with a little bit of like a wood tannic type flavor to them.
Like if you've ever had, what is it, like a Merlot or like one of those wines where you get
Yeah.
a lot of the tannins, there's a little bit of that on the back
Yeah,
end.
yeah. And Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, Ron, you guys know a lot more about wine than I do, and probably Bumpy too. But yeah, this is what did I say? 97. So it's not quite world class, but it's a solid A, outstanding beer. And I mean, what'd you pay for this bottle?
I believe it was $16.99.
$16.99.
That's actually a little bit cheaper than the website was showing.
16.9 ounce bottles, so like $1 an ounce, just about.
And this is where I bought it from.
The Packy.
Oh, there you go.
Now, as far as promos, I have a few promos. Now, I've been known to do incessant liquor taste challenges, but tomorrow morning I'm going to bring in another challenge against the Oyo de Tigre Mezcal.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about.
I've seen. It seems like that is doing pretty well.
It's doing well, and it's a mixto mezcal. It's a mixture of Espadin and Tobala mezcal, but I couldn't figure out if they're distilling them together or distilling them separately and blending them. I don't know.
I love the cap on that, Ron. It's like the Grolsch beer.
Yeah, if you're a home brewer, you could buy this bottle and you could.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Reuse it. So I found this at Total Wine and More, and that's been in the taste challenges now. And I really like it. As far as promos, not tomorrow, but Friday night at 6:30 Eastern, we're doing a Fandango Friday, any liquor or liqueur. And I might bring this for the liquor. I mean, I don't want to drink. I'm trying to nurse it along, I'm trying to save it, but I might bring it and review it. What the heck? But because I have to get to those liqueurs. I do all that. What the hell? When I have that leftover liqueur, but I'm trying to get it drunk, But so Fandango Friday, liquor or liqueur, any liquor or liqueur, doesn't matter. I did that Cazadores 100% agave blanco tequila with the lime and the natural flavors and the jalapeno juice, spicy margarita canned cocktail ready to drink. Thank you, David Golopede. And that was really good. I did a revisit of that yesterday, and that thing was thoroughly enjoyable. I'll tell you what, that thing was really good. So thank you, Cazadores. And then next Wednesday, I can't do anything because of scheduling issues. I have things that I do besides tasting alcohol.
What?
Hard
Come
to
on,
believe.
Ron? No, you're joking.
Yeah. So then next Friday. So then 2 Friday. We'll skip Wednesday, and then 2 Fridays we'll do Fandango Friday. That's the plan. So that's all I got to say. And Sunday. What am I forgot. This Sunday morning, we do Super Sunday. Any beer, wine, liquor, coffee, tea, bottled water, soda pop, whatever you want to bring. Because it is 10:30 Eastern Sunday morning. Some people bring soda pops, or Claude sometimes brings craft coffees, which are very interesting. So that's it. That's all I got to say. All right, now turn it over to Claude for promos and show and tell.
Yeah, 10:30 for you is 7:30 for me. That's coffee.
I know.
Time,
that's why I say coffee and tea.
That's
and everything.
coffee time. I'm here in the Soviet Socialist state of Southern California, and had a great beer, and I switched to another great beer.
You might have to move to Canada now that Trudeau's out.
Two for $6.
Oh, is that a big? What size bottle is that, Claude?
It's not the 40. It's
the 32.
32 ounces.
Yeah, those are. I used to get those in Georgia. I haven't seen that's one thing we don't see a lot up here is like the big 32 and 40 ounce bottles in Massachusetts.
You can get the 40 every now and then. I see a 40. It's hard to find. You find the 40s in obscure gas stations in Utah off Route 70.
Okay.
Those little convenience store gas stations when you're driving across the country, and in all places, Utah, by the way. And I love the twist off just because I can't finish a whole bottle, and I can pour what I want and then open it up the next day. So I love
And Claude, I can get those quart bottles right here in my town at Walmart for a very low price.
which is
Oh, I'd have to look it up, but I mean, it's not expensive. No.
right now 2 for $6. I've seen them as low as 2 for $5.
Oh, that's a good deal. Yeah.
My other favorite beer is Miller High Life, where you can get a 12-pack for $8.99 occasionally.
I got one for you, Claude. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I went to one of our locals around here, grocery stores. I picked up a 30-pack of Paps on sale for $16.99.
That's
Right?
free. That's free beer.
$17 for a 30-pack.
Yeah.
But
Oh man, what a deal!
But there was a scan code. You just scan it. I get $7 off of that. For $10, I got a 30-pack of Paps.
Wow.
Oh
It's
man, I can't believe it.
it's like they're paying you to drink it.
Right.
Well, they don't ever expect people to actually scan the stuff and to get the rebates or whatever. So
I do.
and most people don't. I'm guilty of that too. I bought beer where it's like scan this, do that, or mail it in. You get $5 off. You know, most people don't mess
Yeah,
around.
they'll take. Yeah, when I've gotten those rebates from Bacardi, and Captain Morgan, I sit down and take 10 minutes and fill out the form, and I send it in. I get my money back.
I have had the opportunity to have
Well,
rebates like that, I have not taken it.
with the cash app thing now, though, it's super easy.
demo it to you.
Back when it used to be like, oh, we'll send you a check. It's like, who's going to run to the bank with a check for $7?
I
Right.
do. I do.
Rontario does.
But yeah, for me,
Yeah, but I live but
and then
I'm
I
1
just
mile.
take a
I
picture
live
of my receipt and I put it through Venmo, and it's in my account already. I get $7
that.
back in my bank.
Scan and done. I like
Yeah,
it.
but I only live 1 mile from the bank, you know. But
Yeah.
here you go, Walmart, $1.98 for a quart.
There you go. That's I mean, for the champagne of beers, you can't beat that. That's
You
great.
can't beat it. It's just a good beer.
I agree.
I can
And
get that tonight. I can get that tonight until 11 o'clock.
and they're 12-ounce bottles. Best beer to drink out of the bottle because it's not like a normal 12-ounce bottle. It's a slim bottle. There's something about drinking a 12-ounce clear bottle of Miller High Light or Miller High Life out of the actual glass bottle. It's unlike any other bottled beer drinking experience. If you're one of those people that drink it out of the bottle, it will change the way you think about bottled beers and drinking them out of the bottle versus pouring it in a glass. It's the only bottled beer that I buy still to this day that I actually prefer drinking out of the bottle. I just love drinking a Miller High Life out of the bottle.
This is the quart bottle.
Right, but the 12-ounce, it's just a little bit different shape than your normal 12-ounce bottles, and the delivery mechanism with that slim,
There's the 12-ounce.
It's a great delivery mechanism out of the bottle.
Yep.
I don't. I'm
There's
sure
the
some
whole-
scientists
there's the whole-
have. Yeah,
there's
and you
the
notice
whole-
the Miller Genuine Draft, which is the same beer, but one's pasteurized, one's not. But you notice that the Miller Genuine Draft is not. It's not the same bottle as a Miller High Life.
No, it's not. It's different. Yeah. All right. Well, I just thought I'd show that because Claude was bringing that up.
Absolutely.
So,
And this is the, you brought up a really good point. This is the app from Vons, which is a very big.
Oh yeah, Vons. We got
Supermarket.
we got one of their subsidiaries
There you
over
go,
here called
PayPal, yeah.
Albertsons.
So people are getting the rebates back quicker on the online the pay apps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I use this when we go shopping, and we get gas. We get up to $1 off on gas at Chevron stations.
$1 per gallon.
Up to $1. Well, but listen, I'm paying
Is it
$5. I'm almost paying $5.
You're in California.
anyway.
That's why you're getting raped already.
Oh yeah,
It's a family.
That was a harsh word to use.
Well, y'all were tasting some high gravity product.
But there's some good deals on if you use that app. It's a pain in the butt, and you said it well. Most people don't use it. And you got to scan those little puppies if you're going to get the discounts. Yeah.
And that's what they're banking on, that people won't take the time to do it.
Yeah. Well, the other day, silly little thing. I love Progresso soups, and they can go over $3.29, and they had them for $1.29 if you scan them. And then when you go to the register, you let the cashier scan your phone. That's $2 a can off, just for soup.
Yep.
That's really good.
Claude, I filled my truck up the other day. $2.75 a gallon, but I also got 5
You're a
cents
cruel
off.
man.
$2.70 a gallon. Is that okay?
Do you guys know how much it hurts when you see $100 go away to fill up your car?
Well, I got you beat because we got it's $2.59 a gallon here.
I filled up earlier today. It was $2.93.
Oh my goodness!
Massachusetts.
Here's Devon's website, by the way.
No,
they got a lot of tequila at Vaughn's.
We have or Bumpy has a show and tell liquor that he would like to.
Okay.
After you get done with this,
it's more for Ron's daughter, I guess.
Really? Why do you say that? She likes
gin.
Does she like pickles?
She's a gin. Yeah, Claude. Oh wait, before you do that, Claude, any promos or show and tell?
No show and tell, but Saturdays I've been doing Beer with Claude, where we have an adult libation and solve all the problems of the world.
Claude, do you have? I've been watching you on Ron's channel.
He's
and
loud, I know.
Oh, am I loud? I'm sorry. I've been watching. I just
my wife complains every time.
I've been watching you on a lot of these live shows with Ron, but I didn't know you have you produce content on your own channel.
Huge channel, yeah, huge channel.
Oh well, I'm gonna have to subscribe to you then. And what
I have over 2,000 videos dealing with sales and marketing and real estate and things like
What's your channel name? If I just type in
on YouTube, just type in Claude Diamond.
If I'm already subscribed to you, I'm going to be really.
Are you related to Michael Diamond from the Beach?
No, Neil.
I am not. Okay, I'm subscribing to you now. Wow, you've got a lot of subscribers.
Thank you.
I'll have to check out some of your stuff. Yeah, I've enjoyed. You're very knowledgeable, and I enjoy watching you on Ron's channel. But I didn't realize. I thought you were kind of like a Michael Kormaroff type character, where you join other people's channels, but you didn't actually have any content of your own. So that's good to know. I am
only loyal to Louisiana Beer Reviews for the giant checks he sends me every week.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Not true.
Well, if y'all have $1 for every $1 I sent Claude, you'd have exactly no dollars. All right.
I work for the gumbo.
Yeah, and if Claude comes back to Louisiana, he can.
Oh, what are those great sandwiches you guys make? You and
muffaladas.
The muffaletta sandwiches.
Poor boys are muffaladas. Yeah.
Oh God! When you go to YouTube, do you ever go to YouTube and see how these giant poor boys sandwiches? Oh God, they make you hungry.
I'm a Reuben fan. Give me a Reuben.
Oh, I love
sandwich.
a good Reuben too.
Oh, yeah,
I love a muffaletta sandwich though. The place in New Orleans, I went years ago. It's not Center Deli. What
Central Grocery.
Central Grocery got one of the original muffaletta sandwiches there. One of the best sandwiches. That olive tapenade type of thing they put on top of there, out of this world. Anyway, Bumpy, we'll talk about
better than a Philadelphia cheesesteak with you bite into it and the cheese goes down your arm.
Well,
I have not had an actual Philly cheesesteak, so I can't. I've had equivalents here in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, but I've never been to Philly and had an.
See, that's
Philly
the thing. It's like I've done like the mockery Philly cheesesteaks, and then I always add everything that I like. We do steak bombs here.
You're gonna do like hot cherry peppers.
We do the peppers, onions, the mushrooms, the cheese, the pastrami. You throw everything in the mix.
They all make them fully dressed.
Yeah.
Something's coming up.
Mayonnaise, toasted bun.
Oh,
The
gross.
big
Yeah,
pickle
that's what I
New
picked up
England
today
gin,
from
it's dill licorice.
Delicious.
Oh, dill licorice. I think my daughter would like dill licorice.
Yeah.
Dill
It's
licorice.
from
Treehouse.
wanted to
I
show
thought
the
it's gin.
it's a Treehouse brand. Treehouse also makes their own liquor, spirits.
Oh yeah, my daughter loves all that kind of
So
gin.
this one, to me, it's like
try
super. It's super cucumber. So it'd be more like so. It'd be like a pickle that was brined for
A couple of days.
like short
just
amount of time.
A quick
Like I could taste I could smell the cucumber because we got a sample of it at Treehouse. I'm smelling it. I'm like, I smell cucumber. I can smell cucumber.
Oh, I would love
It's
that.
like, well, it's more pickly on the nose, I think, and it's more cucumber on the palate. It's like cucumber, but you get a little bit of that kind of dill, like brine type thing with it. With the
Ron's shaking his
typical
head.
like floral.
No, I'm shaking my head like I would love to try that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it was good. John liked it too.
It was good. It was the most floral gin that I've had probably. Plus
with a little
pickle
like
and the
cucumbery pickle.
It was good.
It's like house made pickle.
and it's 90 proof too.
Yeah, which is low. I mean, it's
Well, I thought like 40 or
80 proof is the
80
lowest.
proof. I thought 80 proof.
yeah,
was the
but for
standard.
gin,
I think I would love.
yeah, 90 proof.
To me, I love. In my case, I love vegetative. Love the vegetative flavor. So I think I would love it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like super pickly. It's more like I said,
cucumber.
more cucumber with like a little bit of the brininess. So you get that kind of dill, but it's like more like a fresh dill spice. And
Yeah.
it's
Sounds
pretty
so
good. It's a good gin to drink on its own, and I think that it could also make it wouldn't be a Bloody Mary, but there's other Bloody Maria.
Yeah.
It'd be a good Bloody Maria mix.
Interesting.
Now, before we get off the air, do y'all have any promos or show and tell?
Promos for my channel. I got my beer reviews. I put out 3 of them a week. We got Wednesday, which today is Wednesday, so one did drop today. Fridays, Sundays, and frozen pizza reviews go out on Tuesdays. All of my videos drop at 11 a.m. Eastern. I do have some shorts of my dogs. Started doing some shorts. It's kind of hard to get good video footage of my dogs. So like, I'm not just following my dogs around all day trying to video them. It's like I see them doing something kind of funny, and I'm like, oh, I should be recording this. And by the time I get my phone, they stopped. Every now and then I'll get some shorts out with the dogs. Yeah, 4 different dogs. A lot of it does gravitate towards Cooper, who's the newest rendition of the family. He's a purebred Old English bulldog. He's a puppy still. He's 6 months old. So.
Oh, that's so cute.
They're cute.
Yeah, he's got a grumpy face.
He looks like his daddy. So yeah, I don't really have any shout outs other than just normal, Georgia beer reviews. I'll go live every now and then, and I try to post 2 to 4 videos a week. I'm still doing regular beer reviews, but it's really hard for me to do live streams and stuff consistently. You get married and you have, teenagers around the house all the time. It's difficult, but there'll be some new, Michael Kormaroff and I kind of collaborate. He'll text me and be like, hey, let's do a stout review this month or whatever. So when that stuff pops up, I'm going to try to do a better job of like just notifying the Google chat groups so that anybody's welcome to join when I do go live. But for the most part, yeah, just if you're interested in just beer reviews and, Georgia beer reviews, my channel, and started in Georgia, up in Massachusetts now, but I review beers from, all 50 states if I can get all 50 states.
Do you guys ever drink? I discovered a beer in Colorado in the back of the freezer called Narragansett.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I've had it many times.
I
I had
couldn't
that down
believe-
in Georgia before.
Hi, neighbor.
Yeah.
I
Good beer.
couldn't believe how good that beer was.
Narragansett. So Narragansett's the brewery. So they make more than the lager. So they have the Narragansett lager, but they have a bunch of different breweries. They're actually kind of a slight craft brewery.
Like
They
that
originated down in Narragansett.
And now they're brewed in Rhode Island, right?
They're mostly brewed. A lot of their stuff you're going to find brewed out of the Genesee Brewing Company out of Rochester, New York.
It's good. It's good beer, and it's like $5.99 a six.
They have the autocrat coffee.
The Autocrat Milk Stout. Yeah, which
Yeah.
I'm surprised, Claude, that you get Narragansett out there.
They have
out west there.
a winter lager as well.
Yeah.
A winter
I've
walrus.
never seen that.
I can't
Yeah,
find
so
it
they
in
went to Walmart
California,
as
but I can find
Roy
it
Rogers.
in a little town in the mountains in Colorado. Isn't that funny?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ron
Yeah,
and I are still, and Ron and I are still looking for
Narragansett's
Shaker
not
and
bad.
Wine
It's
Gold.
usually about
Yeah,
like $10.
I have never seen any Narragansett beer in Louisiana. I can assure you of that.
Oh, wow. Okay. But you've reviewed it before, so you've had
Well,
it.
because I found it in but I found it in Pensacola, Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Narragansett, I would kind of say, like, do you want a Pabst Blue Ribbon or do you want Narragansett? It's kind of the
I
same.
like Paps.
Yeah, same kind of
Yeah.
same ilk.
Pabst, Pabst is one of my favorite
Yeah.
macro lagers. As a matter of fact, it probably is my favorite macro lager. And then a close second would probably be like Schlitz or Miller High Life. I mean, but
Mm.
you know,
I know. I enjoy the Denise.
They announced a new collect. You heard the news of this week. Pabst Brewing Company announced a new contract brewer
no, I didn't hear about that.
for this year. They already got City Brewing doing their beers.
Who did
They
they?
have a new partner. They have a new partner,
Uh-oh.
a company you may have heard of, known
Maybe
as
hopefully it's not right.
Anheuser-Busch InBev.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ron,
I can't drink Budweiser. There's something about it. I don't know what it is, but I picked up a 30-pack of like straight Bud because I'm like not like a Bud Light drinker at all. And it was like, oh, cool, I got this, and it's more expensive. Budweiser's more expensive than you.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Spent
that
like
doesn't make
26
sense,
bucks for a
does it?
30-pack.
It's the Beechwood aging.
But
And you regretted it.
I've had like a few in a row, and I'm like, I can't do anymore. I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, it just there's something about it that just does not agree with my
The old
palate.
ice pick to the temple feeling.
That's
Yeah.
a good way. I think you came up with that description years ago because that's very familiar to me hearing you say that. But yeah, that is actually probably a very accurate description for a lot of people. I feel like when I first started drinking Budweiser, I had a similar experience, but
You were playing Pong with
over the years, I feel like Budweiser is one of those beers that kind of has grown on me. I like the rice.
Yeah, if you can
adjunct.
get past that ice pick,
I
pick,
like
then-
the crispness of a Bud Heavy, as I call it. There's something about the
But
rice adjunct. Yeah,
But I love the I did a video on this. It was the love story of Chelada. I love the Budweiser Cheladas.
Okay, those are cut when Mott's
those are cut big time. Yeah.
potato. All right. Well, anyway, folks. So we're going to see what Pabst does with the Bud Anheuser-Busch collaboration. They said they're going to start brewing their Lone Star beer in Houston because Lone Star beer got to be made in Texas, so they have a Houston brewery. So
Random. Sorry to be so random, but I just saw. I was on YouTube earlier and I saw a video review for Miller Chill. Did they bring back Miller Chill?
no, that's
Again?
Australian. Oh, Claude, don't show that, Claude. That's
Oh,
terrible.
that's terrible.
It's really,
Get the vehicles out of there.
it's really serious what's going. They got.
Oh, I know the whole northern.
This is in
northern
California. This is
Yeah,
California.
northern Los Angeles. All of northern Los Angeles is on fire.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Everybody get out there and start peeing on the fire. Put it out.
I don't know if that would help much.
Yeah, the whole northern Los Angeles County is burning up, and I saw James Wood crying because his house burned up. He moved into a new house about a week ago, and it burned up.
You guys, can you get insurance on your homes now?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I have earthquake, fire. I'm in San Diego though. We're an
Yeah,
hour and a half
not in
south.
Louisiana. In Louisiana, you'll pay more for homeowners insurance than the house is worth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I heard there's some states that like the insurance companies pulled out. They won't even insure your home because
Colorado. In Colorado, when you buy a used house, not a new one, the insurance company they will not give you a policy unless you put a new roof on it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. You know,
Just that. Yeah, that's not.
it's like give me insurance and I'll put a new roof on it when
Yeah.
I put a claim in.
Yikes.
So you just basically now just got to hope nothing bad happens because, it's a mess. All right. Well, it's been a great hangout with myself and John and Bumpy, and of course Claude. 72-degree Claude in the clement weather of San Diego.
yeah, it was nice today. I mean, it's
16
a Santa Ana.
degrees. 16 degrees here right now outside.
Now, what was the high? What was the high in San Diego today?
It depends what part. Probably around 75, 76.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, it's the most perfect weather in the world. It's really, you know, it
We were at
depends.
40. We were at 46. We got to 46 today, and you said Massachusetts got to 17.
It's the price you pay for having the best food in the world.
That's true. Y'all got to 17 today.
17 feels like 1 degree with the current wind conditions outside right now.
Which means where I live, because I'm further north than
colder.
John, it's probably -5 right now.
Sounds great.
It was negative 30. It was negative 30 this morning back in Colorado.
Give that 2 thumbs down. All right. Well, folks, it's been exciting, and I'll see y'all Friday if you want to join, of course. Fandango Friday. I got to think about what I'm going to bring, but yeah, it should be great. All right. We all take care now. Bye-bye, everybody.
We're all
Bye.
going to go
Thank you,
outside with
sir.
our shirts off now because it's winter beers.
Okay.
No, we're not doing that.